Welcome everyone to episode 16 of Projecttechgaming podcast. I'm your host for this week, Kelvin Rolong, and I'm here alongside co-host Robert Garcia. What's up, dude?
Hey, man. What
How's
is
it going?
going on?
Not much, man. Not much. Just same old, same old. Can't really complain. How about you?
Pretty good. I feel like it's been a while since we last recorded.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
it's only been a week, but it feels like it's been 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, it's been a while. I feel like there's a lot that's happened. I know we saw Mortal Kombat. That was really cool.
So Mortal Kombat I thought was pretty cool. I don't know what you thought. What did you think of it?
I saw a lot of mixed things about it. Like, a lot of people were saying it's a bad movie. I don't think by like a script or like anything like that, like it's a good movie. But
I think it's fine.
Enjoyed it.
It did what
was
it needed to do. I had my expectations very low, and it set and it passed my expectations, so I was fine with it. I thought it was cheesy, yes, of course, but overall it was still a fun movie to watch. And I think the second one, they kind of let up for a second one, right? I think it's gonna be fine. I think it was fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those movies where you just could just like turn your brain off, and you're like, okay,
Now Invincible.
Dude, when do they post their episodes? Is it every Friday?
Thursdays.
You saw that there's a new one out right now?
There should be one right now, yeah. I haven't watched it.
I can't wait.
It's so good. And you see, I told you the hype was real, right? That show is insane.
I'm like craving more. I want that. I want to just keep watching that show.
It's so good, dude. It's so
Go
good.
see Invincible on Amazon Prime. It's
even read the comics. I haven't read the comics yet, but if you're interested in comics, read the comics, because apparently, obviously, you'll know way ahead of what's going on based off of the show. But I heard great things about it, so take a look at that. Well, Rob, enough about that. I do want to talk about games today. So today we have a hefty lineup of just straight up video games. I don't think we have anything tech related.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, so let's do this. So topic number 1 is going to be the next Battlefield game coming soon, along with a mobile game.
Finally.
Topic number 2, Capcom finally listens to their Resident Evil fans. Topic number 3, Nintendo's kind of a little late to the party, aka Marioparty. And topic number 4, Sony adding new studio to their lineup and testing video streaming service in Poland. Topic number 5, of course, today was the state of play for Ratchet Clank, so we got a bunch of news on Ratchet Clank and a couple other stuff there. But before we get into that, Rob, let's talk about game of the what's it called? Jesus Christ. I almost forgot.
Game of the week?
Game of the week. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Game of the month?
Game of the week. So Game of the week, if you guys are new to the channel here, Game of the week is basically every week, one of us, we pick a game and we just talk about it. We play it and we kind of give our insight on it and just kind of give you a little bit of a rundown of what we thought of it. And we just talk about it for a little bit. We just talk about games and have fun. This week was Rob, and you played DarkSiders Genesis, correct?
Yep.
And just tell us a little bit about what you thought about DarkSiders, because I know you played. No, this is so. Hang on, you've never played this game before, right? You've played DarkSiders before, but this is a completely different game, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's completely different in the sense of like it's not the same style, or it's a different type of game.
All right, talk to us.
All right, so DarkSiders Genesis is actually a prequel. I didn't know this before I started playing it. It is a prequel to the original DarkSiders.
Oh.
So technically, you should play this.
You should play
first.
This first, but this is a completely different gameplay.
Exactly.
Right?
So I would consider DarkSiders kind of like an action adventure, almost like a Zelda and like God of War together, right? It's like an open world. You're exploring the world. You're killing these like monsters and bad guys. It basically revolves around the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. That is the lore around it. Right.
Okay.
In this game, you play as the main character is Strife, is the horseman, and you're tagged along with your brother War, who is the main character in the original DarkSiders. So it's a top-down dungeon crawler. I would almost want to say
almost like League of Legends, sort of.
Not League of Legends. No, it's more of like Hades, that kind of style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's not really like a rogue type of game. It's more of like it's still action adventure, but think of it it's just top down. That's
okay. I thought it was a completely different change in the format. I thought it was like the first, because I remember the first DarkSiders. Me and you would always go back and forth because I think that came out alongside like God of War or around that area, around that time, right? And so we were always like just messing around, like, oh, God of War is better, and you're like, oh no, I actually like DarkSiders better, and all that stuff. So we kind of like messed around with that, but this kind of just reminded me with it was just a third person action adventure game, back in the day. This one I thought was more like changing the format completely. But you're telling me it's just the same thing but more just top down.
Yeah, it's almost it's the same type of game, but
Interesting.
again, you're just over the top down view.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. All right. Cool.
And it's sick because it makes everything kind of flow faster, and I could see like the developers didn't want to do a Darksiders 4,
Right.
like a full fleshed out Darksiders 4 because that would take a while for it. So they're like, let's do this. And the brother Strife was missing in the lineup. Like at this point, you played as War, as Death, and Fury. They all each had their standalone games. The only one that was missing was Strife, which in my opinion is like the coolest one because he like dual wields pistols, and his character design's sick. He kind of reminds me of like his character Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he
he's very like sarcastic.
And just like talking shit. Okay, that's cool.
So he reminds me a lot of Ryan Reynolds. And War's like more of like that serious yeah. But the gameplay is very cool. It flows.
Okay.
You get to switch between the two brothers at whenever you want. So if you want to do like long range, you play as Strife, and then you tap a button, you could play as War, who's more like in your face, melee style, uses a sword. Cool. And there's boss fights and stuff like that. So definitely had fun playing it.
Cool. Now, where would you rank this from the previous Darksider games that you've played? How many have you played? How many are there? Because I don't know much about Darksiders.
There's 4 currently, I believe.
Okay. So where would you rank Genesis in that amongst those?
Gonna be honest, I never beat 3. And I just couldn't like get behind like Fury. Like Fury is the third horseman or horse lady. She's a sister.
Yep.
And I just like I didn't really vibe with her character as much, and I guess I only played like an hour or 2 of the game, but I didn't feel the same like connection as I did with Death or War.
Right. Death and War, for me, I remember those as like the 2 standalone, like standout Darksiders Darksider
Horsemen
like characters. Horsemen, yeah, exactly. That's cool.
So I this one, I'd probably go 2, then 1, then this one, and then Darksiders 3.
Okay. All right. So how different, because I know you're telling us that it's kind of the same game, but it's kind of top down, but there has to be some difference besides the top down. Like, is there any type of like customization or anything that kind of steered away from the previous games that you know of?
I would say the customization is a little different, but not much.
Or enemy variations, like anything different that kind of stood out to you?
Honestly, it really is just like the top-down version of the game. It's so
which
weird
is fun. It's cool. I just don't. I'm just trying to grasp like why change that format.
Okay, so if anything, the world feels smaller. Like the map feels smaller because you're looking at the map at a way bigger view. Sure. Right. So, I would say like it's not as epic because of that. There's not like those cinematics and stuff like that. Like you still see like if you watch the Game of the Week, you do like executions and stuff like that. Yeah. But it just because of the way it's being shown, it's not. I feel like it doesn't have as much like weight, or it's like not as cool as if Gotcha. Like it plays the same, but the fact that you're on that view, it doesn't make it as epic. I almost preferred if they just stuck to the third person. I wanted them
format, right? Yeah, because I feel like you kind of have a better visual of everything. Like again, it reminds me of God of War, right? Like when you had these cool executions, like it's kind of like more in your face and you're seeing it like from like your point of view. So it made it more epic. But yeah, so what do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
I'm gonna give it like 1 thumbs up.
Okay.
Just because I'm not a huge fan of the over the top view. I know I keep going back to that, but like this makes me. Strife was my favorite horseman, and I wish that he would have just got like his own game, like just like put him and you play, because you at this point you've played as all three of the horsemen, and you're just missing the one now. They kind of gypped them. They're like, okay, like you're gonna get to play as them, but you have to play in this way, not like the other horsemen where you actually took control of and you're, third person view.
I find DarkSiders very interesting because I don't hear or see anyone wanting this game, like any of the DarkSiders games. Like
It's
I just
weird.
feel like I feel like it has a very niche fan base. Like it's very small, very like tidy. Like there's like a good amount of people that really care about this game, which is why they make more, right? Because otherwise, why would they? But I just don't. I never hear, like, every time a new DarkSiders is announced, I'm like, oh, all right, that's weird, but okay. Like I guess there's a demand for it. It's just weird. I don't know. I never hear anybody talk about it.
Yeah, I think a lot has to do with it. What people come back for is the character design is so strong for those games. Like the horsemen, they look really cool. The gameplay holds up pretty well too.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, and the lore, it's just like it's a cool thing. Like, you're playing as the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. That
sounds cool. If you just
right?
told me that, I'm like, oh, I gotta see how this.
One little thing I just missed is that you get to ride your horse whenever you want. You in majority of the game, in all the games, you get to just summon your horse and it just pops out of nowhere. You get to ride on your horse and go through the land. That's why it has like that Legend of Zelda feel, because you're literally riding on horseback, like going places and stuff. So
interesting. Okay, all right. Any final thoughts?
No, it's on Game Pass for free. Play this one first, honestly. Actually, no, I would say play.
Do you really like how deep is the story? Like, if you really want to be a story driven person, like how deep are they?
I'll be honest, the story gets kind of confusing.
Really, it's confusing. I didn't think there was much of it.
You know why they do that stupid time loop thing?
Oh, the typical. Yeah.
They're like, oh,
why do they do that? Like, what is the point of the whole time loop thing? I feel like more and more games, movies, like every type of genre is kind of sticking to that. The whole time.
I feel like it's like a cop out thing. It's just it's easy.
That's dumb.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like once Marvel started doing that, I was just like, all right, like this is kind of whack. Like when they started.
But see, Marvel, like that was the only way it was gonna work. Right, like
sure.
You can't like kill everyone and it's like, all right, it's done. You know what I mean? So it worked for Marvel because they made it like super epic the way they did it. Yeah. But then everyone else started copying that and they're like.
But even when they had to go back in time, like in Endgame, when they had to go back in time and they had to like,
get the stones,
and stuff. Like I was like, all right, like it's cool, but like I like it's been done before. I don't know. It's just kind of a pain in the ass sometimes to watch.
Yeah,
whatever.
But
anyways,
go. I would say it's fun. I enjoyed my time playing it. I'll probably end up beating it. So
cool.
It's good.
All right. Well, on to more exciting news, in my opinion. Topic number 1: Battlefield will be revealed soon, along with a mobile game that's coming out in 2022. But I don't know how much anyone's gonna care about that. But the main story for this one is a new Battlefield game, which we knew was coming at some point, right? But this is more exciting for me because I've always been a huge Battlefield fan, more so Bad Company fan. But this just like I'm excited for this.
When's the last one we played? Like actually played? Was it 4? It was 4.
Yeah,
Battlefield
I think it was
4.
Just before they went to like back in like Battlefield 1. You know what I mean? Like just before, so it had to be 4. Yeah, and let me tell you, man, we had some decent times. It wasn't like epic, exciting times. Like we weren't having like we didn't play Battlefield all the time, but when we did, we had some cool moments.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like just trying to like blow. Oh, there's a tank. We're gonna blow it up. Like that kind of thing.
What sticks to me though is I remember, and I don't remember the maps. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at maps, at names in general. But that map where we were like in a skyline, right? We were on top of the building and we were like shooting some dudes, and we just felt like something was going on. Like what the hell is going on? And then like the building was crashing. The building was falling apart, and we're like, oh shit! So we're like running out of there, and we jump out, we parachute, we see the whole entire building just collapse and shit. Like those epic moments there that you can't get anywhere else. You can't get that in Call of Duty. Like that's what I really love about Battlefield is the fact that they have these destructible environments, and I really wish, at least for this one when it comes out, I want them to really hone down on that. I want them to like really make everything destructible and just kind of kind of make that their focal point for this game.
Yeah, for sure.
They did that a little bit with Bad Company 2, and I loved it. Like,
well,
I
that
loved
was
going
like so long ago too. You know what I mean?
right.
So
But what they
like,
did back in the day, not back in the day, but when they did that for that game, it was great. Like, I remember, like you were just saying, like, you throw a couple C4s around the building, you blow it up, and then you just see your, like, all the names just coming down, like you just killed this guy, demolition man. Like, that was epic. You know what I mean?
And
like,
it rewarded you for doing. It wasn't like, all right, just go like kill people. It's like, you had like, I don't know if they were called like missions or something. They were just like, all right, destroy 4 vehicles with your C4 and you unlock this thing, which is it makes you more, or they have different classes. We didn't even get to that. Like, there was like the medic, there was like the which was
and that's what I loved about this game, because you can pick up, like, I was always a medic. I don't know what you were really sticking.
I think I did mostly assault or demolition.
Yeah, I loved being a medic just because just helping, just saving your teammate and just reviving them like that. That was always my thing. Plus, you get a shit ton of experience. Like, you get a lot of experience.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Everyone's like relying on you, so you're just getting all that experience, which is great. But yeah, I'm excited. So not much information from this, basically. So EA just kind of announced that a new Battlefield experience will be revealed soon for consoles and PC. And typically, what they reveal Battlefield, it's mostly in May. I don't have the time lots or the time frame here right now, but in the past they revealed the previous Battlefield games, around May throughout the year. So this one, I'm assuming, is going to follow the same suit. So soon in this month or next month, I would assume we're gonna get a new Battlefield game announcement. So currently right now it's in testing mode, so they're polishing, balancing the game, and there's some rumors. Again, these are just rumors, but there's things circulating around the web saying that it's set in 2030. There's 13 maps designed around the 128 player conquest, which is insane. That was another thing that they were kind of like known for, just having massive amounts of players.
They did it before Call of Duty with like Warzone and stuff like that.
Yep.
So
no vehicle spawn screens. Again, you have your assault, your engineer, your support, and your recon return.
That's the class I was, recon. I think it was recon with the sniper. Yep.
And free-to-play Battle Royale coming March 2022. So I'm excited for that because, again, we love Battle Royale games. So this is going to be, if it can top Call of Duty, then I'm down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And I'm even down for not even the Battle Royale. I'm down for just like the normal conquest because it gives me an objective,
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Yeah. And then a teaser coming hopefully this week coming up. So we'll see. So there's a Battlefield mobile game to be released in 2022. It's going to be a standalone game made from the ground up for mobile players, and it enters testing phases with potential release for next year. So yeah, a little bit of information there, but again, nothing, not our cup of tea. We're not really mobile players, but if it, I think more so for EA, it's going to make them a shit ton of money regardless.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because there is a huge fan base for mobile players, and Call of Duty's on mobile, and it makes a shit ton of money for Activision. And you have your Nintendo with Mario Kart. You have again, you can, the list goes on. There's a bunch of like standalone games for mobile that I'm sure their reason for existence is just to kind of like equity, basically, right? To make equity for the the places there. So what do you think? What do you think about one Battlefield like for PC and like next gen consoles?
I'm really excited for Battlefield. Call of Duty is getting kind of stale in my opinion.
Really?
It's like the same like okay. Battlefield was cool because it's not just like go kill people. It's again, like we said, there's different objectives to do. I know like Call of Duty has like domination and that kind of
it has
stuff,
domination,
but you're not dying like every 5 seconds when you spawn and stuff like that. Like remember, you get to pick where you spawn. And then if your teammate is actually like infiltrated like the enemy's base, you can actually spawn next to your teammate. Sure. So there's just so many more different levels to Battlefield than there is to Call of Duty, in my opinion. I personally do think Battlefield is the better game as far as like
I agree
what it offers. It's just not as popular as Call of Duty. It's not like the hip thing to play as Call of Duty.
Well,
it's a name. It's a name thing because Call of Duty is a name.
Before, though, there was a time where Battlefield and
was,
Call
but-
of Duty, they were going at it every year.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Battlefield would come out, Call of Duty would come out on the same time, and there would always be a debate of whether Battlefield or Call of Duty were the better game. Now, for some reason, this last Battlefield game never hit. It never did anything for it, especially with their Battle Royale. I don't remember the name of it, but it just never did anything, and it did pretty poorly for EA. So I never had a chance to play it, so I don't know how well Battlefield 5 was or whatever it was called.
Yeah, or Battlefield 1 or something.
Battlefield
like that,
1 or whatever. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what EA has in store for Battlefield this time around. I think they learned a lot from the previous game, and I think that they're gonna definitely see and take a lot from Call of Duty, right, and learn from what they've done. Because Call of Duty already has their foot in the door with the Battle Royale scene, right? So now it's a staple. Like they're gonna make Battle Royale
like that. They revolutionized it even further because obviously it was Fortnite. It was Fortnite, and then now it's Warzone, Call of Duty. That's what everyone's playing. I mean, we play it because
we love it, and I love it. I mean, again, going back to you saying that it's stale, I can see that point for sure, but I just have a blast playing that game.
Oh yeah, it's you always want to come back to it and play. I'm not saying that I don't have fun playing it. I'm just saying comparing
it to Battlefield. Yeah, Battlefield is more, again, it has those epic moments that you don't really get on
you're on top of a plane, like you're flying, and then you shoot an RPG in the air, and then you're parachuting down. You know what I mean?
That map in Battlefield that there's like a bunch of islands scattered around the place.
I remember that one.
Remember that? That was cool. Yeah. We took the boat and we're shooting people, and then we jump off the our plane and we land. Like there's a lot of epic moments that you make, and that's the thing about these games with Battlefield. Battlefield has been making these epic story-driven moments that you create way before like Battle Royale has ever even started. So
for sure, I think too that Battlefield, the reason why it didn't gain as much popularity is I feel like the entry point was harder. Call of Duty,
100%.
You could just boot it up and go into team deathmatch and just start killing people, and then you're done.
It's super fast paced. It's easy to kind of like figure out what you're doing. You're pointing, aiming, shooting, like you're done. Whereas Battlefield, there's a lot more. It's more team based, right?
It is. You got to run to the objective. You gotta pick your spawns. You might not see a guy for like 3 minutes, and he's gonna be super far away. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
it's
a different game. I wouldn't say like it's 100% a different game, but I think.
Yeah, Call of Duty is more arcadey, so whereas Battlefield isn't. Battlefield, again, make more strats and more
exactly. You make the moments in Battlefield.
100%.
You make, whereas Call of Duty, it's just kind of it's on rails in a sense.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. So again, I'm excited. I can't wait for them to announce it. I hope it's good. I mean, are you even excited for like the story? I'm not really into story for.
I've never really, honestly, with shooters, I've never been really interested in the stories anymore.
Me neither. It just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't hit. I don't know why.
It's because I know it's scripted. That's why.
Yeah. For me, it's just I don't care. Like there's nothing about it makes me want to care about it. Like I think they try too hard to make you care and to make these like characters like stand out. And for me, I'm just like I don't like.
It's and it's that competitive thing too. Like with multiplayer, it's competitive, and you feel you get one over someone, or you're winning one. You're like, yeah, I got you, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Whereas like killed an enemy, I killed the computer, and I'm progressing to the story.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah, but
yeah, so we'll see. This month, May will definitely be more news. I'm assuming, so more to come on Battlefield. So let's see. Topic number 2. Oh, there's a bunch. Yeah, for sure. Topic number 2, Capcom listens to Resident Evil fans. They finally give everyone a week to play the Village demo that we were talking about last episode.
Nice.
So this is from The Verge. So originally a 60-minute demo for just 24 hours this weekend, coming up for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, Capcom has extended the demo to a full week thanks to criticism from Resident Evil fans. The demo will still unlock on May 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, but availability will now end on May 9th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, with the game's full release on May 7th. Change along with extended timeframes for both the United Kingdoms and Europe are also included. So, again, we talked about this last week, right? And basically, if you didn't listen to last week's episode, I recommend you check it out. But basically, there was a bunch of demos with a bunch of time frames that it just kind of made it convoluted for us to kind of understand and really care for us to try to demo when you can just release the demo to the public.
They were basically doing a scavenger hunt for the demos.
Basically, yeah, and you had to figure out when and how to play the game.
Just like so dumb.
So now they kind of extended the demo, because everyone was complaining that, hey, I can't play this game between this time and this time. So how am I supposed to enjoy your demo? So this is cool. This is a little tidbit, a little topic that I wanted to throw in there because Capcom is, listening to their fans, and it was something recent that we just talked about, and I thought it was great.
I'm excited. I mean, first question for you is, what are you getting it for? Are you getting it for PC or are you getting it for
That's
PS5?
a very good question, Roberto Garcia. You know why? I don't know. I was thinking about this. I'm like, all right, should I get it on PC? Because obviously our PCs are killing it right now, right? But on PlayStation, like, I don't know. I need to get a game on PlayStation to play. Like, I need something new. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like with the Resident Evil, it's gonna be fun to watch, play it on the big screen and stuff like that. I don't know. And then like with Resident Evil, I want to I think I might want to stream it. So like, it's easier for me to do it on PC. So I'm really
you're aiming more towards PC, right?
Yeah, but I kind of do want to get for PS5 as well. I think what I'll do is I'll get Returnal for PS5, and then I'll get Resident Evil 5 for PC.
That makes sense.
Usually Resident Evil games run fine on PC.
Yeah.
I had Resident Evil 2.
I have Resident Evil 2 on PC and it works.
And it worked fine. It was good. Yeah.
All right, so decision made. We're gonna get it on PC.
I think we're gonna get it on PC unless something changes, but I think I'm gonna get it on PC. So,
the thing I hate is like I wanna buy Returnal, right? I wanna like record it, but it's a pain in the ass to record for PS5 unless you have all the bells and whips. Yeah, I have one, but like it's just a pain in the ass.
Well, you gotta basically play on your
my PC.
Your monitors.
On my monitors.
Yeah. Anyways, but Resident Evil 5 or 5. Resident Evil 8. I don't know why I said 5. Resident Evil 8 is I'm excited for that one.
It's coming soon, man. It's like next week, the week after.
Mm-hmm. I want to play the one before it, 7, but I'm kind of scared to do it.
I have that on my PS5. I should play that. I was going to start that on PS5, and then I just had other things to do. But yeah, I don't know. It's just there's so many games right now, man. I can't keep up. Like right now, I'm still trying to finish Control after
what?
God.
You've episode been talking 2? About that game for
episode
like
2
2 months, dude. Seriously.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done with
all-nighter and just end it.
I'm almost done with it though. I gotta get back into Nier Automata because that shit was dope. That shit was fire. I want to get back into Celeste, whenever I can. But then Ratchet Clank is coming out. You know what I mean?
June. Then, you got June. You got till June. So.
But Returnal is tomorrow.
I don't know. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna buy Pokemon Snap first.
Pokemon Snap, for the love of God! I forgot about Pokemon Snap.
That's an easy game that I know I'm gonna be able to play and beat it very quickly. It's gonna be done, and then I'll be able to focus on something else. But I'm not gonna want to wait to play Pokemon.
You're gonna wanna what is it? Take every picture for every single. You're gonna try to find every single Pokemon for sure.
Probably, I'll end up trying to do. I mean, I did it for the N64. I'm pretty sure.
I think I did too. Yeah. Oh man, there's so many games. This is gonna give me I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited for Resident Evil. Great on Capcom for doing this, and yeah, this is great news. So cool. Topic number 3. We're speeding along here. Let's go. Nintendo adds additional online support for Super Mario Party. 3 years later. Wild. Only Nintendo can do this shit. So the popular board game is finally updated with a much needed component, online mode. It had online mode prior to it, but now it's kind of expanding it basically. So it added partner party, which is similar to Mario Party, but puts two teams up against It
pits two teams
against. Yeah, I wrote that completely wrong. Against each other, basically. So 2v2, basically, right?
Yeah.
There's so 70 out of the 80 mini maps are available.
Minigames.
Can be played online with friends now, And before the update, there were only 10 that you could play. So this is a pretty decent update.
That's pretty crazy. There's only 10 you could play?
Only 10, yeah.
This is a big one, yeah.
So according to the patch notes, there are 2 ways to play the online game. So friend match, which allows you to play with friends, obviously, and then you can actually play like a private game, so which allows you to play with anyone using the password. So cool, right? I don't have Mario Party, but we used to play it back in the day, and it was dope. But I thought this was pretty cool that finally, after 3 years, Nintendo decided to add online support for it. What do you think?
I played Mario Party a couple of weeks ago with my
Really?
girlfriend, and yeah. And,
you have it?
I don't have it. A friend of ours has it, and I haven't played it in years.
Mm-hmm.
I got overly competitive about.
Oh
it.
yeah, it's Mario Party. You do. That's what happens.
Yeah, we were just like, what, like. I didn't realize I got freaking competitive over Mario Party, but I do. I like the inner kid in me was just like, no,
dude, we used to get competitive over Mario Kart. Like we were on that like I'm gonna fuck you up type of shit. Like if you win.
Like I was like almost mad that we were losing. Like
it gets heated, man.
It's so weird. It's like a little kid game, but you're like, no, you know, like
beat you, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
it was fun. I saw it a blast. Honestly, it's to this day I'm 30 years old, and I
think it's smart. I mean, I guess if you want to call it smart, that they kind of released this update during the pandemic. I wish it would have done it a little bit sooner, right? Because I feel like maybe in the midst of like Animal Crossing kind of days, like when it first came out during the pandemic.
Can we pause for a sec? Animal Crossing. I like that game. I'm going to go a little tangent here.
Okay.
But the online for that game was such
basura?
dog shit. Was literally basura, like
basura. Yeah,
caliente basura. Like it was so. It turned me off to like ever wanting to visit.
That was the last time we played.
Yeah, I was so mad about. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I don't care. I don't care about your fucking. I don't care about your island.
Yeah. So we played with Caleb, right? Caleb was like he was, you need to play online with me. You need to be on my island, whatever, right? So I'm like, all right, fucking Caleb, we'll fucking go to your island. So we went to his island, right? And the process to get there was insane. I'm like, what is going on?
You gotta jump on the plane. You
jump on the plane, and you gotta see the way too much. That was the last day I played. That was literally the last day I played. I was like, fuck Caleb's fucking island. Yeah. Like I don't give a shit about his apples and shit. Like this is bullshit.
So that was it. He might have had everything on his line. I don't remember, but
I don't know, man.
I appreciate the game. Like Animal Crossing is fun, but the online is trash, and the only company that can get away with like that shitty ass online is Nintendo.
Yeah, of course. So this, I haven't heard anything about this, but from what I've heard, it's great. You know, nothing crazy. But good on them for finally doing that shit. Again, only Nintendo can do this. So
you know what we should do is next time we're together, we should do Mario Party. We should get Jess and Luris, and we should play some Mario Party.
I like that.
That'd be fun.
Let's do it.
So
that would be fun, dude. Yeah, that'd be dope. I like that. Let's do it. Topic number 4. Sony signs new AAA multiplayer game from Firewalk Studios. Plus, Sony's testing video streaming services in Poland. This is from GameBiz and The Verge. So, a partnership with Firewalk Studios for a new AAA multiplayer game with veterans from Bungie who worked on Destiny. First game from Firewalk Studios. So this is their first time doing a AAA game. And possible insight on what to expect from the studio is, quotes, "It is all about story and multiplayer, but the story comes from a unique place," says creative director Ryan Ellis. "It's all about those surprising possibilities that happen when 2 or more players interact in the system. I think it's best summed up with the phrase, remember that time when, do you remember that time when we took down that boss in Diablo 2 and you got that set an item you were looking for, ? So this kind of resembles a little bit of what I was talking about with Battlefield, right? Like you these moments that you make online with your buddies.
You remember, yeah. Like
you remember.
I remember
set
the
pieces.
Halo and like Warthog when you were like you're trying to get the flag.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's moments like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Where
So I think it gives you a little bit of insight of what they're trying to make. So again, it's gonna probably be like a Destiny type of game, right? It's a multiplayer game that it's gonna be co-op. Like you're gonna kind of have those set piece moments that only you remember because you had that special moment in time with your friend playing that game, and it was dope as hell, or you blew up somebody, like cool shit like that. But nothing else really that kind of gives us any more information about the game.
It's the fact it's just gonna be an epic game that is you're gonna be able to create those moments again. So
yeah,
lots of talk though. A lot of people are like, yeah, it's gonna be the best game and you're gonna have so much fun, and then it comes out and it's Anthem.
Right. Yeah, for sure. But
you know
the only thing that makes me positive, makes me think positive about this game is that PlayStation's behind it. Because again, PlayStation, when it comes to making their games, it's not a first party game, but they're investing money into this, so
yeah,
they know what they're doing when it comes to games
like
this. Now it's a multiplayer game though, so
I'm always going to be a skeptic with this type of stuff. Like until it's out and released, you don't get my $70. You know what I mean? Like I don't do the pre-order thing anymore.
I don't do pre-order. No.
But like until the game proves itself, the last time I did it was like with what was that game? Cyberpunk.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's just like never again. Like
release a Pokemon game and your fucking wallet is like ready to come.
Oh, because shit. you know that's gonna be you because they have my trust.
But that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. For me, Sony has my trust. Like, and I'm not even going fanboyish on shit like that. Like, if they say they're making a game and they're investing money into it, they are telling me that they're putting this game in the caliber of their first party games. In my opinion, that's what I'm thinking about.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Fair. That's fair. What about Death Stranding? Did you play that?
I haven't played it, but it was a great game, right? Yeah. It wasn't a bad game. That's what I'm saying. Like I haven't played it personally just because. But
did Kojima break your trust because it wasn't what you wanted it to be?
He didn't break my trust, but I did step back a little bit. I was like, all right, I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to be weird, and I love it. But this is just not for me right now. And even we saw Caleb play a couple days ago, and it was cool. I liked it, but I'm like, I don't know. There's something about just walking around, and I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep in the middle of the game, and I just can't do it. So that's what I meant. That's what I was trying to get at with the whole, Sony.
No, you're right. You're right in the sense of like if a Pokemon game came out or Capcom came out, Devil May Cry, I'd be like, yeah, I'll take my money right now.
Take my money, man, right here.
yeah.
Fuck it.
But again, it's that trust thing, and like for example, like EA doesn't have. I guess it really depends on the company. I think you're right on there. I think you nail it. Like, so if it's backed by Sony,
more than likely you're gonna get a solid AAA game. Like again, just with Returnal, like I had no confidence in Returnal prior to its release or prior to everybody talking about it. I just thought it was like, all right, this seems okay.
It looks cool, yeah. But now everyone's like, this is awesome.
Again, it's just Housemarque does great games. Have you played like Resogun? You played Resogun when the PS4 first came out.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Super Stardust was another game they made.
So fun.
What else did they make? Dead Nation was another one that they made as well.
Mm-hmm.
So those games, they're fun games, But this is their first like AAA, like huge budget game. So I'm excited for it too. But yeah, so going on a tangent, but yeah, this is what I was talking about when it came to that. So I'm excited. We'll see. I mean, again, there's nothing tangible here, but it's showing you that Sony is committed to putting more AAA games out there. And I think, I'm not sure if it has anything to do with Xbox and all of their collaborations and stuff like that, but this is definitely a good sign. Again, like I talked about in previous episodes, if one like this, it's only healthy, it's only good for gamers, right? With the whole the
competition.
Competition. Exactly. So it's just going to benefit us in the long run, and this is just another reason for that. So cool shit. Also though, so for a little bit more on the video game pass thing. So Sony confirms after a leak that they're working on a service called PlayStation Plus Video Pass. So it's a 1-year trial in Poland currently. It allows subscribers to stream movies and TV shows for PlayStation Plus subscribers at no additional cost.
So the service be like a Hulu, basically, in a sense.
Basically,
Sony's
from
Hulu?
what. Basically, the service will include 15 movies and 6 TV shows owned by Sony Pictures, with more on the way every 3 months until the trial concludes.
this is that same thing where every single person is now doing their streaming service, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I was just having a conversation with Jess the other day about this. It's like, okay, now for you to access everything, it's getting like cable level. Like it's starting to be like cable again. Like, oh, you want to watch Disney Plus? Okay, $8 here. You want to watch a show on Netflix? Another $8 there.
It's almost getting more. It's getting more expensive at this point, right? If you
so
have
now you kind of have to pick and choose, like,
which is the best service? Yeah,
exactly. But it's like you can only watch this show on this thing, and that's it. And it's just like, but can I just like pay to just like watch that show and that's it? Like, and then have it. I don't want to have a subscription for your service. Can I just pay to watch the show? But we know that subscriptions make the money.
Of course. But, to their defense, this is a no additional cost. This is added on to your PlayStation Plus subscription.
As of right now.
For sure. But they want to keep this competitive, right? They want to stay... They want to make people happy, right? They see what Microsoft is doing on their end, and I can't imagine them adding an additional cost to this. I think this is what they're going to stick with, to be honest.
If they could do like a Game Pass and like a Netflix thing, a streaming service, all in one, like PlayStation's then it's like, okay, this is all I need.
Yeah, and I think it benefits everyone that's already a PlayStation Plus subscriber, like me and you. I think you are too.
You should, if you have to, you might as well. You have to, yeah.
So this just benefits everyone that's already on it, Like, I think this is, would I use this? I don't know. Right now, it's just...
Depends what's on there. It depends.
15 movies and 16 TV shows. Like, it doesn't specify what they are.
Here's the thing about these services. They have to come out with a show or a movie that's so good that you want to adopt this. For like Disney Plus, like they have The Mandalorian, they have The Winter Soldier and WandaVision and all that stuff, and that like makes you want to keep the subscription because it's such good quality stuff that like how can you say no to that?
Right.
Know?
Yeah.
And then for example, like Invincible, I love that show now.
Fucking love it.
But so like good. If I didn't have Amazon Prime, then I'm like, damn, I need to get Amazon Prime because I really need to watch that show.
You would have been missing on The Boys,
but
on it.
That's what brings you back though, is to those streaming. It's those particular shows that are exclusive to that thing. So if Sony can come up with those shows that are exclusive to PlayStation Network,
that's where the money is, because
that's where they're going to get the people that adopt it. So
you get dedicated fans, and those fans will continue, being dedicated as long as you maintain those good shows. That's how Netflix became Netflix, right? They had pretty decent shows, right? Like they had a good amount of shows that you had to watch, and everyone was talking about it, and then it just kind of escalated from there. Hulu, same thing, and now Amazon. I feel like it's kind of like on that same area, right? Where like it wasn't really like it was. Amazon is weird because Amazon was there since the beginning, but they didn't have anything tangible. They didn't have anything great to watch up until recently, right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It was a add-on to your Prime service, right? It wasn't no additional cost to your Prime service that you just got these videos and stuff like that. So I feel like that's what kind of PlayStation's doing. They're heading in that route where it's like, it's no additional cost. Here, we're offering this to you. So,
and then so HBO is another one too, right? Where Game of Thrones was like the thing to watch when it was airing,
and then it fell off as soon as it was gone.
Once that finished,
they
needed to do something else, right? So now with the pandemic and everything, like they had these like WB movies basically to come out. So they had what's it called?
The Snyder Cut of
Cut of Justice League. Thank you. And then they had
Mortal
Kombat. All of these that didn't really do mind blowing like amazingly well, right? Like the Snyder Cut was great, fine, right? But they also had Tom and Jerry, which didn't do well. They had like Godzilla, which I don't know, it just kind of like came and gone. I feel like it just nothing. No one really talked about it.
Well, the thing that Godzilla is one of those movies where like it came when the restrictions were lifting with the movie theaters. Yeah. So like that was like the movie to watch at the time when those restrictions were lifting. So that's why Godzilla was such a big thing, I feel like.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this is, we'll see what happens, because I'm not really sold 100% yet with what they're trying to do right here with the PlayStation Plus Video Pass, but it's good news because they're trying to add to the service, and they just need to bundle it all up to PlayStation Plus. Like them having PlayStation Plus along with the PlayStation Now, like just bundle everything up along with this video pass, and I think you'll have a solid subscription.
Would you pay $20 a month for it?
If it included everything,
included PlayStation Now,
Mm-hmm.
your PlayStation Network, where it allows you to play online games, this streaming service for like movies.
Yep.
Would you pay the $20 a month for it?
And if they released AAA games like day of, same day, like
PlayStation
Xbox.
exclusives, like the
if they released Last of Us 3 day one on sign me up.
It's
God of
$20
War,
you'll take it.
I would do it.
Yeah,
if that's including everything, I'm paying $20 a month.
$20 a month.
Diablo. I mean, it's I
think 15 is more digestible. 15 is like the sweet spot for that.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, moving on to topic number 5, Ratchet and Clank State of Play. So prior to the State of Play, though, they just had the State of Play today at 5:00. So we try to gather as much of the State of Play that we could. But prior to the State of Play, they had a new gameplay shown for Ratchet and Clank. They showed like a little trailer of it.
Yeah, they also showed that Subnautica, the Sub-Zero, which is the beginning. It was basically a sequel to Subnautica. It's a fairly popular game, but they showed a bunch of gameplay for that. That's actually free on Game Pass too. I actually am considering doing that as one of the Game of the Weeks of Subnautica. You haven't checked it out, definitely try. But they kind of put that in front of the Ratchet and Clank thing, was the Subnautica Sub-Zero thing.
And a couple days ago too, they revealed the Lombax, which is her name is Rivet, the female version,
the female one.
Yep. And so she looks cool. She's cool. And they kind of gave you they showed you actually this time the digital deluxe armor that they did they for the pre-orders. So it's again 5 armor sets, photo mode, sticker pack, the 20 raritaniums, and then the digital soundtrack along with the digital art book. So that was cool. So this is, what did you think of? Did you watch the State of Play at all or no?
Yes, I did. They actually got me really excited for Ratchet and Clank. It's a very, very pretty game. It's a beautiful game. Like, not in the sense of just like the graphics, but like the lighting effects. Like just everything happening super fast, and it was just like ooh, you know what I mean? So I'm excited because I haven't been excited for a Ratchet and Clank game for a long time. I think the last one I played was Deadlocked.
You're fucking insane, dude.
I think the last one I played is Deadlocked, which was for PS2.
I love Ratchet and Clank. It's such a fun game to play. And so we live in a time now where we're literally playing games that are like Pixar movies, which is great, like amazing, right? Like this game is literally you're playing a Pixar movie because of how beautiful 100%. It looks.
It looks insane. Yeah, it literally looks like you're playing a Pixar movie. It's a good way of putting it.
And Insomniac killing it. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, now Ratchet and Clank, all within 6 months from each other. Like they're doing God's work right now on PlayStation.
Yeah, they're killing it for sure. I mean, I'm not gonna give the full credit to Miles Morales, because I know you love that game and I played the game and stuff like that, but it wasn't a true sequel. It was very similar to Spider-Man. Like
but
so
I'm talking about quality though. If you're talking about quality, Miles Morales up there with the OG Spider-Man, right? The PS4 version. Even more so, I think. No.
Oh no, more so, yeah. But I'm not counting that as like, oh, they like revolutionized that game and stuff like that. Like to me, that is like the same game. Versus Ratchet and Clank, they took a long time to develop this game, and it shows 100%.
Yeah. No, this.
I don't see a jump from Spider-Man to Miles Morales as much as I see the last Ratchet and Clank to this Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, I get you. This Ratchet and Clank game is gonna be the showcase for PS5 for a long time, I think, at least until the next PS5 game comes out, because this is gonna really show. I think what's that game that's coming out tomorrow? Returnal. I think Returnal is gonna show it's getting there. Like, it's gonna show what PS5 and next gen consoles are capable of, especially with the DualSense and all that stuff. But I think Ratchet and Clank is gonna be the game that's gonna be like, hey, this is like, take a look at this game. Like, this game looks like next gen.
Yeah, I was in Best Buy the other day, and I was in the PS5 section, and it's very, very slim. It's a very tiny section, and I just feel like, yeah, PS5 is selling really, really well. You know what I mean? Like, it's
7.8 million right now.
But I'm like, okay, like it's selling well a lot, but where are the PS5 games? I know it takes a long time for it, but like, I want those games. I want Sony to be pumping out those games, because it's like, I bought this system to play the games, and there's not like, what's happening is there's a lot. What they're doing is they're taking the PS4 games and making them like, oh, it's upscaled for PS5, and it's like, that doesn't count. Like, yeah, it's cool, but you need to come out with PS5 games.
Yes, and I agree with you. However, like you said, these take time, right? And not only that, but this is the type of landscape that you're in every time you invest in consoles and this early in the game.
Early, yep. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I've been doing this. I've bought like almost every single game or every single console day one, because I'm invested in those things, right?
Do you think you do that because, I mean, I'm in the same park too, because I usually do it right after you, right?
Yeah.
But it's like a FOMO. You get like a FOMO because of it, or it's just...
I don't know. I think it just has to do with having new tech, new technology in your living space, and it's something new and shiny and things that everyone's talking about right now. That's why I kind of gravitate towards it, because I know for a fact, like when I bought the PS3, I know I didn't have anything to play besides Resistance, Follow Man, right? Mm-hmm. When I bought my PS4, I didn't have anything else to play besides Resogun. Like, that was the only games that I played. But coming into Killzone 2, but yeah, whatever.
I wish there was like a big multiplayer game that came out.
Yeah, I that's what I want. I want like a really cool.
I'm not counting
game.
I'm not counting Warzone, Call of Duty. That's I want like a
Sony,
like a
PS5.
Sony. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe this game that that they're investing in, that AAA game, that that might be it. But you never know. So that's where I'm getting at. Like, when you invest in this, in consoles this early in the game, like, you're expected to not really get as much up until maybe, honestly, a year into its lifetime.
I'll even say a year and a half, 2 years is when it starts picking up, and
yeah,
I am hopeful. I think E3. I know Sony's not in E3, but they're gonna obviously have like a state of play. Mm-hmm. I'm excited for what they're gonna show then.
Yeah, for sure. They have to show a lot of like what's to come. Especially, we already know a lot. We have Horizon, we have God of War. There's games that we know of. They just haven't shown or given any information of. So it's just a matter of time, right?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a question here. What is a game that you want to be shown that you don't know about yet, or your most hyped game for E3 / state of play, like that you want to see a trailer of, or you want to see information about? What is like the top of your list?
The top of my list, dude. All right, so you're probably gonna hate me, but I would love to see a Metal Gear Solid remake.
Okay, no, all right. You scared me for a second. I thought you were gonna say something stupid, but no. I mean, yeah, no.
What would you think I would say though? Fucking,
I don't know, something dumb. I was just.
All right, well, I think a Metal Gear Solid remake would have been like, I would lose my shit, because that just tells me, okay, remake or not, you're invested in this game still, right? Somebody, whether it's Sony, Microsoft, whoever. That means potentially, maybe Hideo would come over. He'll come back from the grave, and he'll be like, you know what? Let's make a Metal Gear 6. Let's fucking do it.
And David Hayter comes back.
David Hayter comes back. I'm gonna lose my shit. Like, if they announce anything Metal Gear related besides a mobile game, I think I'll be hyped.
That'll be like the one where you'll be like, yeah, like you'll be like jumping out of your seat.
Besides like, Sora getting into Smash, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
What
That's
about
a good
you?
One. Probably Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, but that's coming. We know that.
No, I know that. But I'm saying the most hyped game that I wanted to see a trailer of, and
I thought you said a hype game that you don't know of yet.
No. Either or.
Either or. Okay.
Yeah.
That's to be expected. When do you think we're gonna get that though? Do you think this year? Do you think we're gonna get like a trailer this year?
No, I think they said when they showed Skyward Sword for Switch, they said it won't be released till 2022. Which is it's fine. That's okay. Right? We got tons of games to play, but I want to actually see like gameplay.
Yeah.
I want to see like what this game actually looks like, because
not like graphics wise, because for me, I don't care about the graphics for a Zelda game.
It's more the game. It's always about the gameplay and the story.
The scale of this game is going to be insane. If the first one was nuts, if the first one revolutionized everything that Zelda was made for, like capable of, this one that's coming out has to be like insane.
Do you think they're gonna go back to like the dungeons, like
they're
not going to do it the way they did with the Beast, where like it kind of was like the same thing.
I think they're going to do the there was enough criticism that they kind of like, okay, we'll bring back the dungeons. I think they did bring them back or somewhat when they did the DLCs for the first Breath of the Wild. So yeah,
like I said, we'll have. I don't know. They could do literally whatever they want because every single. Well, here's the thing: is like this is a true sequel.
Yes. Yeah.
Which we haven't really had before in Zelda. It's always like Zeldas, they change the art style. This one's a true sequel of this one, so I'm excited. You beat it, right? You beat.
My watch is telling me to breathe right now because I'm getting so fucking excited.
Your heart's just like thinking about Metal Gear Solid and like the fact that it's nice. But no, wait! I just remembered. Didn't we saw something on Twitter about David Hayter? He like said something about like
I think he said something like
I can't confirm or nor deny something.
No, he said something like I don't remember what it was. He said something regarding rumors about Metal Gear Solid being remade, but he didn't
say anything.
He didn't say that. He was just I don't know. It was weird.
He didn't deny something.
He didn't deny it, but
it wasn't like a hint per se, but it was like
we'll see. I'm on the fence of it being it's happening somewhere in the world. There's a bunch of people, a bunch of developers making a Metal Gear remake right now, Metal Gear Solid remake.
Well, the movie's gonna come out, so
all right, that movie is not coming out anytime soon.
It's not. But I'm just saying that it's getting people excited. It would get people excited for Metal Gear
for sure. So. But off topic for sure. But nonetheless,
I'm excited for Ratchet Clank. I'm just gonna say
Ratchet Clank.
I'll get it. Day one, it's gonna be fun to play, and it's just a fun game to just like jump in and it's gonna be a blast.
I'm gonna love that game. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like the first PS5 game that you'll actually like experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Besides, what's it called?
Returnal.
Returnal. Thank you. Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, this was episode 16 of our Projecttechgaming podcast. Thank you guys for watching so much. Again, if you are new to this channel or new to this podcast, we post our Game of the Weeks every Wednesdays at 12 o'clock, and we post our podcast every Fridays at 12 o'clock p.m. If you could give us a like, share, or even sub to our channel on YouTube, that would be fantastic. We appreciate it so much. Rob, any final thoughts?
Nope. That's all I got for today. I'm sure there's gonna be a ton of news next week, and I'm already excited for next week's episode. Even though we don't know what we're gonna talk about yet.
Even though you don't even know
what we're gonna talk about yet, but
all right, cool.
It'd be like the worst. It's gonna be the worst like news week ever. It's gonna be like be nothing.
Nothing, right? So. Oh, it'll be cool. We'll just talk about shit. We'll make something up. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see you then.
All right, see ya.